Very briefly, I want to just talk about 5B worksheet. I want you to build a custom string array. What that's going to do is manage a string array. Let me just give you some starting points. My code is still wet. Let's get rid of those. Right, so create a new Java class in your objects, and you could call it string array. I think that's not reserved, so you could probably get away with that. Okay, something like that. You could call it S array, whatever you feel is appropriate. What are you storing in it? Not an integer array, but a string, square bracket, str array, something like that. So go back through the integer array stuff and work out to do the equivalent thing for a string. Now, what do I want you to do in your worksheet? I want you to populate it. So I want some mechanism. The user gets the array size, very similar to the last video. Words are dynamically added, and you create your own append, or you can call it add. Then we've got some quite challenging methods. Count the number of words that have duplicates. That's an interesting one. Display the data, which is a relatively straightforward one. Actually, while I'm describing this to you, I'm going to cut that from that because that's actually a simpler step to display. You have an analyze, then you have a replace. The ungraded challenge is a really big deal for those who are going for top grades here. At this stage, if this is new to you, don't worry about it. There will be opportunities and other coding opportunities for us to do it. Array cannot be increased in size once you give it an initial size. But there are mechanisms of very cleverly increasing the size of an array. And that's what gets this one here, gives you some approach to how you might do that. Okay. Remember, none of this should use inbuilt libraries. Don't use the array list object, and you've got to code the mechanisms yourself. They should basically be variations on what I've shown you so far. If you find you're using inbuilt Java libraries, you're wasting your time. You're not going to learn as much, and the struggle to code it is critical to improving your code quality.